In Stark County, in the middle of September, Ty Higgins on the Ohio AgNet with our third cab cam of 2015, alongside Ben Klick. We're just outside of Massillon, and Ben, a fourth-generation farmer at Windy Way Farms. And Ben, the first thing I noticed here in this part of the state, just how dry it is.
Oh yeah, it's been a solid 3 to 4 weeks without a good rain. We've had a couple 2-3 tenths here and there, but nothing major to speak of.
These are 2 4-beans we're taking off, and how are they looking so far?
Oh, they're anywhere in that 50, 55, 60 range. I got some now making it at 65 to 70, but we're also in a better part of the field. So, but overall in that 55 to 60, about our average.
Not too far. The next field over, you have some later beans, and they're still pretty green.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's funny the difference from a 2.4 to a 3.3. It only planted about a week apart, but hey, what are you gonna do?
So a fourth-generation farmer, and you went to school right down the road along Route 30 at ATI and came back home. Was that always the plan?
Yes and no. Dad was always kind of iffy about me going on to school after high school. He wanted me home real bad. Mom kind of pushed the merits, so I ended up going out there, and it was the best decision I ever made. Met some good people and learned a lot. I'm still get to come back and do what I love, so it all worked out in the end.
I'm real curious about guys in your generation who started out farming with $7 or $8 corn, and now they're starting to see what their dad and grandfather saw years ago, and I know that a lot of grandpas wouldn't wish what they went through to anybody in their family or even their worst enemy. How has that experience from the older generations helped you keep into perspective what farming is all about when it comes to long term?
Well, with anything else, you have good times, you have bad times. You know, there was a lot of people, some around here, that they saw that high dollar grain, and they went out and they started bidding up ground and started buying all this equipment. Well, now that prices are about half what they were 3-4 years ago, we'll see how long those guys last. And there was kind of a, what you want to call an unwritten rule around here where, you know, everybody has their own set properties that they farm and whatnot, and some people kind of threw that out the window and tried to go on their own deal, and now I think it's starting to turn around and kind of bite them. But my grandfather and I have friends' grandfathers have always told them to stick to your guns, and as long as you stay faithful with the Lord, you'll have your plenty to eat. So,
how has marketing worked out for you guys in 2015? Anything forwarded?
No, not quite yet. Well, I guess we were seeing as far as what we would get off early, but we wanted to see what yields we're kind of doing, just so we can know what we want to get rid of, what we want to keep right away. But
I know corn's a couple of weeks out, but how's that coming along? I know you said it was dry. Corn suffering?
I think the corn's going to be good. It's just the fact of how long it'll stand, because we have good ears, but those good ears came with the fact that those ears draw all the protein and moisture out of that stalk, and we have real brittle stalks and not a good root system. So I know if we would get a late, good, heavy September storm, it could lead to some problems in a hurry.
Ben Klick at Windy Way Farms here in Stark County, just outside of Massillon, my guest for this cab cam. For the Ohio AgNet, I'm Ty Higgins. We'll see you down the road.